Good morning, collective. Okay, real talk. This message is literally not for everyone. This reading is literally a warning, and we're going to get into it. This reading is only for those of you who have someone in your life that is unwell. You are going to know exactly who I'm talking about. This is not going to come as a surprise, but I am here to give you a warning so that you can prepare and be guided through this. I don't believe in fear-mongering. In one of my other videos, I had mentioned that I had woken up. There was a divine intervention that woke me up at a crazy hour. And it was a warning. And I feel like there's been 3 warnings now, and I try not to give this energy, these types of people, I don't like to feed the fear. And I try to just, I really try not to give it attention, to give it focus. But I would be really remiss at this point not to, someone needs to hear it. Because it did start with the Bull and the Matador reading. The whole Bull and Matador was originally around a warning, and I'd said I felt for most of us we had kind of skated through, but that for some it would be a now kind of warning. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna light the things. We're lighting some new things today. I've brought out mugwort. We're gonna be burning all the things. We're calling in all the heavy hitters today. And I'm also going to do my own silent prayer before we start this. So if you feel comfortable, just in your mind's eye, if you want me to, this prayer to include you for protection, for the highest and greatest good, for all, that you are kept safe, everyone in your life is kept safe, that I'm not going to say it out loud because, again, I feel that there's best part of defense is keeping some things quiet, but if you just want to give a silent permission, okay, for me to put out a protective prayer as I do this. So, but I do have some herbs that I'll be burning to help assist. Okay, so we got you going. Good. Okay. So yeah, as mentioned, this is someone you clearly know. Now, I woke up this morning, so why I'm doing this is I had another dream. And it's crazy because I haven't really been dreaming a lot because my sleep has been all over the place. And dreaming is a part of my medicine. I receive a lot of things in my dreams, and I have been using my dream medicine for a long time. And when I say it has saved my life, it has saved my life. There are things that I receive. So I take this dream this morning very seriously, as I did with the other divine intervention. So there's 2 parts to this warning. So the second, not warning, there's 2 kind of messages. One is around keeping you safe, and Spirit is going to guide you through this. The second is that, it sounds indelicate, but someone close to you, I think 2 people close to you will be passing. Now, I say that kind of seems like the better option. I only mean it in terms of malevolence. Like, it's more sad. And hopefully this message, if it is 2 people, maybe this will help you to connect with these people so that you're able to, I don't know, connect and have last words. And so that doesn't come as a surprise. Okay, We just got to get sage going here, and then we're going to be, I'll do a prayer, and then let's get into it. And guys, like I said, I'm not here to create any kind of fear. If you've clicked on this because you're like, ooh, this is only for people who already currently and have been dealing with someone who is not well. You will know exactly what I mean. This will come as no surprise. You will click on this because you're like, oh, I already have been dealing with a very unsafe person, and I've had a feeling this is for, this is not for someone who's like, I wonder does someone hate me? No, this is like, you already know. You've already been dealing with this person. Okay. Let's do a quick prayer here. Okay. So, in the Bull and the Matador reading, I was talking about essentially the sleight of hand, using the Bull and Matador reference, that there's these 10 of swords, 3 of swords that are hidden behind the Matador, that this person in your life is always using the sleight of hand to attack. And then I did, after that, these love readings. Everything's kind of been a continuation, to be honest. Like, you can hop in new and I'm sure you'll get something out of it. But this devil energy always comes through. So again, this is for those of you who have an ex or someone, doesn't have to be, can be a family member for sure. Yeah, the devil energy. And I got to a point in one of the videos where I had picked up on the karmic narcissist, and their guts were roiling. Hold on, I want Grandma Florine's in the house. In case you guys don't know, my grandma comes through a lot. She was a saint. She's a heavy hitter up there. And I keep saying, if you need someone to borrow, if you don't feel safe, or if you want love, call up my Grandma Florine. So the roiling guts and this energy keeps trying to come through in every reading. And I kind of had mentioned, I was like, I'm not entertaining these people spiritually, physically. I'm not giving it my time or attention. So the other night, yeah, I was abruptly woken by spirit, but through, I'm not going to get into the details, but what I will tell you is that this person, they are filled with a vitriol, an acidic vitriol. What I heard is what has sent them over the edge, which is they're always over the edge, is that somehow they've either seen you in a moment of happiness. It could be anything. Maybe you were eating a banana and it just felt nice and you had a smile on your face. Like, I'm telling you, like, it could be anything. But they saw you in a moment of happiness, or they know psychically that you are okay without them. There's something so fucking stupid. It's so slight, but it has sent this person over the edge. And like I said, they're always over the edge. This is nothing new, but this is like something has kicked them into overdrive. So not only are they choking on their own hatred, again, it's like a pressure cooker. they've been forced to all these terrible feelings in them, but it's a pressure cooker and it has to go somewhere. So, okay, Spirit, how do you want me to talk about this? How can we talk about this without creating fear? But how can I be clear and succinct? I keep hearing the word choking. They are choking. But this person, again, guys, I'm not here to create fear, but this is a violent person. This is a person who has they've crossed a line. They are not well, okay? Just keep in mind the word choking. So when I got up from that particular evening, Spirit kind of kept having me walk around the house. It was like I was walking and keeping my hands small, but palms out, and just like walking through my house, like kind of blind and sensing, but also like bringing in, we want to quiet your energy, bring you in. This is not a time to panic. It's time to be very heightened and aware, like an animal. All senses on, all senses feeling, okay? But also just know that in every one of these instances, including my dream this morning, you are going to be okay. But in order to be okay, it helps to have all the information, any type of extra warnings, or to be like, be mindful right now, all sensing, all senses active, all awareness. This is not a time, and it's not a time to fall to pieces. This is a time to be like head in the game, okay? Now, another spiritual teacher had told me, we talk about the protective white light. And what I was actually told was that when it comes to dealing with malevolence, you actually do not want to use a bright light. It's like a lighthouse. It's like literally like in the darkness being like, here I am. So it's about, we want to bring your container. We want to make you, it's like playing hide and seek. We want to get you small, quiet, again, senses on, and just quietly moving and waiting. There's a lot of like waiting and listening. And Spirit is going to tell you when to move, what to do next. But you need to be alert and to be quiet. And this is about, if there's any type of visualization or practice that you do, or about getting invisible, camouflaging, blending in, not being seen, bring in all, whatever you do for protection, amplify it. And I don't care what your faith is. If you're a Christian, go to the church, like whatever your faith is, whatever that tradition looks like for you, protection, amplify it. And we're getting quiet, all senses. For some of you, this person, I'm not here again to freak you out. This is not going to come as a surprise. It's going to be annoying to hear this, but you're going to be like, yep, I already suspected, or this has been an issue. They're stalking you, but they are tracking you somehow through devices. So Spirit wanted me to know, or for you to know through me, when it comes to your, like, all your phone stuff, like any of your emails, any of your login stuff, they want you to start changing all of your passwords. Do not do it from your devices. spyware that can be placed on your devices, the way that it works, you don't want to do any, because they're going to have access to see what you're going to want to, if you have access, if you don't have the means, but public libraries always have computers that you can use. So you are going to go and either use a friend's device, go to the library and use their computers. But essentially what you want to do is change all of your passwords, anything and all things that have any information about you, anything about your life, your bank accounts, your social media, any and all things. You're going to change every single password, make it impossible that they will never know, but you want to do it from another device, okay? You need to start switching up your routines. Do not make it predictable. If you leave the house at the same time every single day, take the same route, whatever, you need to start switching it up. Everything needs to get switched up right now. What else? They're showing me that this person is not afraid. Normally, I would say it's good to be in groups of people. This person is so unhinged. Just think about the types of people with. Like, if you're like, oh, I'm going to go spend the weekend at my mom's, this person is at a place where, and especially if it's, I don't want to say weaker, but like, if you were with a group of women, even men though, like this person is, I'm telling you, this is not a well person. So be mindful of a feeling of doing something where you're like, oh, if I do this thing, I'll be safe doing this thing. What I'm hearing is not necessarily. And with my dream this morning, and this could be for, again, kind of two different groups where it's still a warning and you're going to be set up, but it's coming now from two people that you wouldn't suspect, going back to the Bull of Matador reading, where it's like, it's about making you a spectacle. It's about setting you up. So in my dream this morning, and it's weird because it kind of ties into yesterday's reading, I kept seeing the black dogs, the Egyptian black dogs. So I looked it up before I started this reading. Anubis was the jackal-headed caretaker of the underworld. And then when I left the reading yesterday, I went for a walk and I stopped in front of this window and there was this golden plate with Anubis on there. And then right beside it was the great golden lion. And then even in my reading yesterday, I talked about these two birds that wanted to sit in the collarbones. And again, you know, cute, wanting to love, but they were very protective. So Spirit also wants you to know that, like, you are heavily protected, okay? But like, here's the thing. This is where the spiritual and physical real life, it's like, when I say, it is not lost on me right now. I would be doing a disservice if I were to pretend that there are not people out in this world right now that are absolutely unequivocally dangerous. We can play not play a spiritual game, but like, sometimes it's not enough to pray because we are the prey. And we need to treat very unwell people. Yes, there's a spiritual lens and a spiritual side to this, but there are absolutely people who are cuckoo and absolutely dangerous. Again, I'm not here to fearmonger. This is only for those who know. And it is very unfortunate. But, as I said, you are going to get through this. Spirit does have your back. You are going to be guided. But there's just something about this timing. They're just explosive. The pressure cooker, they need to pop, and they are going to pop. I'm so sorry, guys. This is like not how, like I said, I do not try to entertain this shit. And I've really sat on whether I wanted to, the last 3 weeks, on whether I wanted to put out a video like this. But after this morning's dream, I'm like, no, someone needs to, I have an obligation. If you see something, do something, as they say. Okay, so my dream this morning. In my dream this morning, it was two people, and it's interesting because they were, in real life, they're both cancers. And I'm being shown again the Anubis, like these two pillars. So I'm sensing, for some of you, this in the different, because we kind of have three different stories. One is one person who's plotting and scheming. Then we have the group where it's like two people that you don't suspect that have now teamed up. Again, very karmic, very narcissistic. Even if they're not narcissistic, very, very toxic, disgusting people. And to be honest, it could be, I'm sensing for that group where it's like not one singular person, but it's two people that are coming in, this attack, a surprise attack of some kind, and not physical. It could be physical, but I'm sensing more like a huge betrayal. They're teaming up to hurt you, but more in a psychological, emotional, spiritual way. For this part of the group, it really could be family, mothers, sisters, I don't know, whatever, best friends, colleagues that you consider close, bosses. But if we were to gender, I would say keep an eye out for the females in your life. It doesn't have to be, but for this particular group, yes. And as I said in the Bull and the Matador, like it's gonna be a surprise. This type of betrayal, this will be like people you did not suspect. Because in my dream, I only have 3 people left in my life that at this point, I feel like anyone is capable of deep betrayal. But for me, these 2 particular people are people I would trust. Oh man. Guys, betrayal really fucking sucks. Am I right? But yeah, in this dream, and in the dream they physically wanted to harm me. And it's funny because the one person in my dream in real life, she's so fucking fierce. And I tell her all the time, I'm like, man, in the end times, like, she's like a Linda Hamilton from, what's the movie? Terminator? Yeah. And this person's so fierce, but in the dream, and in real life, these 2 people don't know each other. So in the dream, it was like a recruiting. So this is what I mean, going back to kind of the narcissistic, how they recruit your own family members sometime, or like the flying monkeys. Like, it's gonna be really out of left field for you. But when I say like they want to hurt you, they want to hurt you. They really want to see you suffer. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel for these fucking people. But again, in all instances, what I can absolutely and unequivocally say, you skate, you find your way. Again, it's really about just listening and feeling and somehow escaping. You escape, okay? You escape. You are going to get through this, and you will escape. But I can't stress enough, all eyes on the prize right now. All senses, listening, seeing, feeling. They keep showing me too, like the nighttime, a summer nighttime in the forest, where something has its eyes locked into you, working with silence, moving silently. This really, again, it's about moving quietly and knowing when to stop and listen. And then when you hear go, you go. And when it's time to stop, stop. And listening. When it's time to go, go. When it's time to stop, stop. Again, moving quietly. I don't know how to describe it. Spirit just keeps moving me around my house like this. Hands close, palms out, and kind of like a ghost, just like floating, quiet, listening, and stopping. I'm gonna pull out some cards on these mofos. Now, quickly go into like that third pile of where, because Anubis, like, oh, and then with yesterday's message too, I kept seeing someone lying like this under the topsoil. So, and I'd also mentioned too that I had said, like, our ancestors, there's going to be a bunch of us where our elders are going to be exiting. Okay, so for a small group of you, this is about having maybe one or two people that are close to you, that are female. Doesn't have to be, but I'm really sensing female that will be exiting. Okay, well, we're getting out our intense cards, and I got my shark shirt on. I've got a big shark tooth out here too. And going back to the two, we're working with the most fierce right now to bring in protection for you, for the protection of all. Again, my energy, I don't know if any of you have listened to any of my other videos, I'm all about the protecting of people. I'm all about guns out on this, light and love, but when it comes to dark fucks, wanting to be dark fucks, I have no time for this shit. So, this is the energy that we'll be working with and pulling on the cards to get any more guidance and assistance as to what you need to know. And just know, yeah, you are going to be okay. We are going to get through this as a collective, because I really do feel like this is a real time to be alive. You are going to be okay. Absolutely. Okay. Spirits. We're calling in also all the big heavy spirits. All my protectors. What does a collective need to know about staying safe, dealing with this idiot? What is the advice and guidance? And also timing. Because there was another point in my reading too where I had said you are going to get a rest and this person is going to get arrested. I personally wouldn't be mad if these people ended up in jail for you. Give you a goddamn break, a little bit of peace of mind. Just go fucking have a moment of happiness. That's the thing that kills me. You just having a nice moment. And literally could be anything. It could be literally so small. You know, they saw you talk to a stranger that gave you a compliment. They saw you having a coffee with a friend. They saw you going for a nice walk and looking peaceful. This is what I mean. This is the shit that really gets me stirred. Where I'm like, get a fucking life, you dark fuck. Okay. Ooh, the Ace of Wands. Okay. Advice and guidance for the collective on how to... Oh, yeah. Fuck. Already. I just know you're... Oh, yeah, you're fine. Oh, yeah. You are going to be okay, my dears. You are going to be okay. 100%. 100%. Yeah. You know why? Because this is who's taking care of you. This is the energy I literally talked about yesterday. This is the energy I like to fuck with. This is when I go into Papa Bear mode, this is the energy. But this is in terms of your spirit team, the Almighty, the forces that are working. We're gonna burn this shit down. These people are done. Whatever is about to happen, it's gonna be a divine intervention, because what they're showing is like, yeah, you're okay. Yeah, the end for this person. Okay, let's get into it. Love always wins. I like this Lover's card. This Lover's card, see how his palms are open? But see how the feminine, the grandmothers, are the grandmothers coming back in to protect you? Because the grandmothers came in through another reading. Oh, fuck yeah, the grandmothers, and then this is the grandmother's energy. Yeah, because I was saying the other day too, the grandmothers, yes, the grandmothers were really worried about someone, and I had said fleeing. The grandmothers are here, and they're, as much as they're all about cinnamon buns and smelling good and baked goods and big hugs in the bosom, fuck around and find out. Grandmothers are fucking pissed. The divine is pissed. We got Anubis, got those dogs standing. They're going in front of you. They're scanning, just like those birds. You have things scanning for you, sensing. They're gonna guide you, okay? Fuck yeah. Ooh. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, the battle. See, this is what's going on. Light always wins. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. That's so disgusting. My allergies. I literally woke up. I didn't take my allergies med yet because I just wanted to get into this reading. I'm so sorry. Josie Grossi. Okay. Going back, yeah. See, his palms are open. It's the sensing. Sensing and receiving, but also don't go. It's so hard when you're dealing with really unsafe people to not go straight into fear and worry and just wanting to throw up in your mouth. But trusting that you have also what it takes, not just your spirit team, but that if you're still standing today, it's because you've got the chutzpah. You are your own act of resistance. You are still here. You are still thriving. You are going to get through this, okay? But to stay in your heart, to stay in the love, to trust that the universe loves you and sees what's happening, and that love is going to guide you through this. Palms open, palm sensing. And yeah, okay. You're gonna get through this, and not only that, it's looking great. There's a new beginning here. This is fucking awesome. Okay. Good. Yeah, because we're gonna, here, let's get a little bit more sage. Let's get the mugwort going again. Clear out these fucking ding-dongs. Okay. Yeah, I really just can't clear this energy enough. And if I have your permission, I will be doing my own protection spells later on, but if you would like to have yourself included in things that I will do off camera, that's in the highest and greatest good of all, that is coming from a place of love, but deep protection. If you would like in on that, just give a spiritual yes to be like, I give Mariko permission to act on behalf of me and himself to add some extra protection. You don't have to. You don't have to trust me on that one, but if you would like to be a part of that, just give a little permission to be like, I give permission. Okay. Okay, so we got it. Okay, we got our stuff going here. Okay. So you see this Ace of Wands too? I love it. Again, it reminds me of the heads of your enemies. Maybe, again, going back to Maybe you want to make yourself a little something. Get fierce. The amulets, like empowering yourself with something to feel as though to ward off. Because even though this is about new beginnings and passion, the cross, yeah, the fire. Okay, we'll come back to this. There's something here. Let me look at the rest of the cards. Okay, so we have that. So it is, at least it's passionate. It's a new beginning. Again, I like this fire energy of like, burn it up. Burn these mofos. Write the fuck down. But your next card is, and this is where I'm like, girl, guy, you are going to be fine. Look at you, okay? Again, single, wish fulfillment. Now, normally, I love polar bears, and we saw in the other card that this person actually, in the strength card, is like tender. But again, I'm seeing the heads of your enemies on a stick. Look at her. She's made a rug. The man-eater. She made a rug out of him. He's skinned, and now she's sitting comfortably on top of him. She's sitting on top of him. There you are, Queen of Cups. Here you are, warrior. The head of your enemy on a stick, sending out a message for all other enemies. You want to come for me? Let's go. I'll dance you to hell and back. Get on your dancing shoes. Let's fucking go. And this is also the wish fulfillment. Look at all the spears. See? Still ready. She's comfortable though. Look. It's like she's on a... She took herself out on a self-care date. She's about to get out her turmeric mask like I have. She's feeling good. And she's got... Who does she have on her shoulder? Again, the night eagle, the owl, her protector. Oh, I love this. I love this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because then, look at this star card. Again, healing. Healing, wish fulfillment. But look at the image. Look at that. Look at you. That's you. Again, you're healing. Look at you. You've gone from being a beautiful femme, but now look at you. You're ripped. You're ripped. You got your other hitting stick out. You're not afraid. Oh man, yeah, look, you got a ship in your hand. You're larger than life. You're taking on everything now. Oh yeah, mama. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm here for this. You're just gonna be just fine. Spirit is gonna see you through. We're gonna get you through this. Okay? Well, now that you've defeated, I'm really sensing that perhaps this is like a divine intervention, that them losing it to the point that it's so fucking obvious to the goddamn fucking world that even the police have to acknowledge it, even the courts have to acknowledge it. Like, get this person into a contained space. We're containing it. That's what we're doing. We're putting it into a container. They're incarcerated. They're in jail. They're contained. Or they're in another type of facility. I don't give a fuck. They are contained. We are containing this energy, and just like a candle, we're taking out the oxygen. Psst. We're removing. Psst. We're done. We're done. Head of the enemy. Right there. You're sitting on them. The man-eater. You've skinned them, and now you're sitting on top of them. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm so into this. I'm so into this energy. I felt just terrible waking up this morning where I was like, I don't even want to do this reading. But I would feel even more terrible if I didn't do this reading. Okay, well, next. Oh, as part of your happiness, you've met someone that makes you happy, and that's what sent this person right the fuck over the goddamn edge. So fucking classic. Get a fucking life. Because look at you. You're in the Six of Cups. You're with your person. You're you're with the good shit. This is sweetness. This is like, and yeah, they're a family. Look at that little guy. Look at that little cutie. Beautiful. And the last card is the Fool, new beginnings. And the sun is shining. Because look at the first card. Wait, it's a bit stormy. There's some storm. It's a war. It's a war. See? And look, in this one too, you can see like this dark wolf is chasing the woman in the thing, and there's a spiritual battle. So again, your team is going to war for you. Going back again to dimming your light a bit so that you can't be seen, right? The moon is kind of illuminating so you can kind of see her. We want to take that light. We want to go into cloaking, camouflage, invisibility. So this fucking loser can't see you. That's okay. They're duking it out. The grandmothers, everyone's here. Dragons, grandmothers, whoever else is on your team that you call on and use, they're fighting. Oh. There's this little rose. This is you. See, look, you're protected. You're this little rose. That's you. And see, it's in a little container. Again, going small. But you're okay. You're more than okay. Oh, bless up. Bless the fuck up. Now, this is not, again, don't get complacent. This is not a time. All senses on, okay? Remember the first part of the meeting. It's not by accident. What's a meeting? You met this person. Maybe for some of you, this person isn't someone you've even had a relationship. Maybe you just have a stalker because you've met them once. Maybe you just, again, at a coffee shop, maybe you served them. Maybe they served you and you just were nice to them one time and now they're being a fucking lunatic. Yeah, lunatic. And we just came out of the full moon. Oh, the full moon does. Anyone who works in mental health facilities, even police, even surgeons, they don't do surgeries on a full moon. But police and people who work in mental health facilities will tell you on a full moon, even with people with dementia and Alzheimer's, they call it sundowning. Yeah, something about this full moon. Okay. Just know, get into this energy. The heads of your enemies. And it's weird because in the other reading, where I'm talking about this new counterpart coming in for you, there's a card from this deck. Where is it? Okay, hold on. And you hear me kind of say, because I was going to say it, but then I didn't really say it, but if you listen quietly, because I kind of whisper, I'm like, heads of the enemies. Is it the Two of Cups? It's the really sexy one with like the loincloth outfit. Or the Four of Wands. It's the Four of Wands. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's the Four of Wands. Let's go. Let's go, Daddy-o. Yes. See? Because you've met someone. You've met someone new. That's exactly what it is. That's the happiness that's sending them over their goddamn... But, you see these heads? When I first saw it in that reading, I was like, oh, the heads of the enemies. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to bring that energy again. I don't want to entertain these fucks. The heads of your enemies. And guess what? There's two. So for some of you, it's two people. For some of you, it's one. I know it sounds dark. I'm all here for setting the tone. Heads of your enemies on a goddamn stick. Let the world know. You fuck around, find out. Let's go. Dance you to hell and back 3 times if need be. Whatever it takes. We're not doing this. We're done. I just keep hearing so-and-so's incarcerated, so-and-so is jail. They're contained. And then I just keep seeing this small container on them, contained. They can't energetically, like spiritually, they can't fight you. Physically, they can't fight you. And then I just keep seeing no oxygen in the container, and then the flame just going out. There's no energy there. They're just like, psst, we're done. Psst, we're done. Psst, your head's off on a stick now. Boop, we're done. Oh, I've just skinned you. I've now made a throne out of you. We're done. We're not doing this. Fucking done. Oh, boy. Okay. I kind of feel like this is the end of the reading because it was a bit intense, and I feel like it's really clear and succinct, and I feel this movement now, because when I woke up, I was, to be honest, quite distressed about this energy. I was like, oh God, what do I do and say about this? I don't know about this. Feeling very, yeah, concerned for everyone. And now I feel really good. But again, dude, this is not a time to be complacent. This is telling you that you're going to be okay. But we're in a window of time that you need. It's go time. It's time to be focused. It's time to be smart. It's time to be strategic. It's time to be aware. And going back to, again, being set up, the two people, you really need to look at the people in your life. I keep saying in my readings here, it's call the herd for various reasons. Sometimes it's just because people are just not, they're no longer in alignment or whatever, but call the herd. Death. Yeah. And this is the original card. It's an end. It's an end, but also I just keep feeling that the Anubis is there for the two dog pillars. They're guarding you, but they're also going to escort this energy out. Yeah, twofold. One, to protect you, so two protecting you, but like also like one, because on the other hand, Anubis is there to take these motherfuckers right the fuck on out. Sorry guys, when I get spiced up, I'm like, if anyone has ever watched Trailer Park Boys, I am like Ricky. Oh, when I get spiced up, I do. If you don't love the swearing, I don't know what to tell you. This is just who I am sometimes. I don't swear a lot, and then sometimes I do swear a lot. But this kind of energy, it gets me into that state of like, fuck around and find out, my guy. Fuck around and find out. And I want to build this up. We need to get you into this warrior energy. Again, not to be in fear, to be like, into being afraid. Yes, I know what it's like to be afraid. I do know that. But this is where we need to be like in the fuck around, find out energy. We need for you to also harness this, the heads of the enemies, of being like, you know what? I deserve to be able to be free of you, to be able to live my life, to just like, again, not be stalked, not be harassed, not have some fucking loser losing their shit because I've moved on with my life and I'm just living, you know? Because again, this is your God-given right. These goddamn people need to like, but I feel like in the world, this is what we're doing. But it's a bit of a time. And when these types of powers are losing their power or the jig's up, it is when they're kind of their most dangerous. But spirits, and spirit is here to tell, and the grandmothers, they gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm going to end right here because I don't want to get more into it because the message is clear. Stay safe. Stay aware. Do everything in your power that you can. Whatever that looks like for you, you're going to know. You're going to know your own circumstances in this and what you need to do. But trust, go forward, you're going to be okay. And I am going to continue to put out a lot of prayers and a lot of protection out there for the whole world today, that the collective and anyone tuning in, you're going to be okay. All right? Just like I tell my son, I gotcha. Spirit's got you. All right. Big love.